Welcome. In the previous video, we saw how to select a profitable niche or a good niche if you want. In this video, we're gonna see together how to execute your marketing planning, which will lead you to what we call the business plan canvas, which looks like this. As you can see on the right top, you have the customer segment. Here, you have to define your customer's profile or the ideal customer for your business. Also, here you have the channels, or how do you plan to reach those customers? By which channels? Your website, Facebook ads, or what? If you look here, you have the value propositions. What value do you offer to your customers? Why should I give their money to you and not to your competitors? But don't worry, okay? Forget it for now. We're gonna answer all these questions together, okay? We're gonna complete this table together later on. But first, let's talk about your marketing planning. And if you remember, I'm talking about this part of your business where you have to study your situation in the market, your marketing objectives, and how to implement your marketing strategies, okay? So at this level, I assume that you have a niche and you already know if it's trending or not. Now let's go ahead and set up our business plan. The business plan, sometimes referred to as the marketing planning, is simply telling which product or service you plan to sell, to which audience, what's the value of this product, in which country or city you are going to sell it, how much it's gonna cost, what are you going to do to bring people to the product, and so on, okay? It's very important to have this clear in your mind and don't make the big mistake most people make of guessing instead of knowing. Your marketing planning should include three important parts that we're gonna cover in this video: the SWOT analysis, the marketing objectives, and the marketing basic strategies. So let's start our marketing planning by the situational analysis or SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This analysis helps you to develop a strategy and tactics that could help your business grow and succeed. Okay, so never underestimate the necessity or the power of the SWOT analysis, for this helps you to really understand the strengths and weaknesses of your company and the opportunities and threats of the environment in which you choose to operate. Okay, so let's say your business is here. The internal factors to be analyzed are generally first your team, people you work with, okay, and then money. How much are you ready to spend to support your business? And then the technology or the equipment you use for your business. And then here you have the external factors. The external factors to be analyzed are generally first the competition. You need to deeply know who are your main competitors and most importantly their business strategies, okay? And then the consumer's psychographics. You need to know their activities, interests and opinions, where they live and so on. And then the law. Always comply with the law according to the state or the city in which you choose to operate, okay? And then the global economy or the global market, or how people are doing the same business in another part of the globe. You have to know that. And then the social, political and legal pressures and many more. The last level is the spiritual level or God, for those who believe in God, of course. You know, your success is made about 80% by your personal development and your spiritual life, and only 20% by other things, okay? I know a lot of people don't believe in God, but for my personal case, I do believe in Jesus Christ. And I hope you guys are believers too, or at least you believe in God. Anyway, let's see together how a SWOT analysis could look like for an affiliate marketing business. If you're a truly beginner, your SWOT analysis could look like this. Here you have the internal and external factors. Talking about the internal factors, you have the strengths and weaknesses of your business. If you are a computer skilled or you have in your team someone who is technically savvy, it could be considered as a big strength, okay? Because there are so many things you have to do by yourself. You can't outsource everything, not only because it costs a lot of money, but also because if you want something done right, you have to do it by yourself, okay? Most of the time. For the start investment, if you start your business with at least $200 or $300, it's not bad. It's not a lot of money, but for an affiliate business, I think it could be enough if you use it wisely. But if you have no money for starting, you better consider it as a weakness, okay? And I can even say that today, it's almost impossible to start a business with no money, okay? For the basic technology, I think a PC or a Mac plus an internet connection are more than enough for this business, okay? Now talking about your weaknesses. In general, when you start a business, you are alone, okay? And doing everything by yourself could be overwhelming and the risk of discouragement is very high. So you can start alone, but you need to think about finding a partner for your business. Second weakness, you are a brand new business. That means no recognition, no trust, no customer loyalty, no experience, no business partners, and a weak market image. Then you have the insufficient budget. Yes, even if you start with $200 or $300, this initial budget could be really insufficient if you underestimate the cost of the project, okay? Then you have no direct customer-seller interaction. That means you can't see your customers and you cannot know them deeply, okay? So your strategy cannot be really accurate. So this is for the internal factors of your business. In other words, your strengths and your weaknesses as a new business. Now talking about the external factors, the external environment, we have the opportunities and threats. For the opportunities, we have a 24 hours a day and 7 days a week operation. So the business never stops. That's why people can make passive income or make money while sleeping. Secondly, products reach customers directly from producers. That means it's fast and efficient. You don't need to bother yourself on how the customer is gonna receive the product he or she purchased, okay? Your work is just to promote or advertise the product to your audience. And also, this business can be started with very little investment. About the threats, the first thing you have to know is that the competition is stiff and tough. Whatever niche you're gonna choose, you will find a bloody competition, not to mention the daily entry of new competitors, okay? Secondly, dishonest online businesses, scams, damage consumers' confidence and faith in the entire enterprise of internet marketing. That's why you need to work a lot on customers' trust, okay? And finally, the internet landscape evolves constantly and rapidly. If you are not skilled enough or qualified enough to meet those changes, you're gonna be left behind, okay? So this is how it could look like a SWOT analysis for a new business. Now, if you have 1 or 2 years in the market, you can see that your weaknesses have become your strength, okay? I mean, if you work hard enough for that. And your SWOT analysis could now look like this one. With a team of 2 or 3 people, or at least now you are able to hire qualified people to work for you, okay? If you don't have time, for example. And then many income streams. After 1 or 2 years, you have some experience and your knowledge of the online business helps you to diversify your revenue streams. Of course, if you work hard enough to reach that level. And those multiple income streams can help you to invest up to $1,000 into your business development. Even more, why not? And then the brand recognition. Your brand starts to be recognized and you have many customers and partners that trust you, okay? And also, now you have a direct customer-seller interaction with some customers through Skype or Facebook, for example. But anyway, you still have some weaknesses, like the brand awareness. After 3 years, you still need to work hard on your brand recognition, customer loyalty, business partnership, and your image in general. Also, you need more money, not only because this is the purpose of every serious businessman, but also because the more your business grows, the more money you need to invest into that business, okay? It's like your baby girl, you know. The more she grows up, the more you need to feed her, okay? For the opportunities and threats, they are almost the same, okay? Because the only thing you can change is your own business. But the external environment doesn't depend on you. So you still have the same opportunities and threats. But once again, let me remind you that this is a general analysis, okay? You should take into account the specificities of your business, your niche, your competitors, your audience mindset, and many more. The main objective of the SWOT analysis is to help you to build a successful strategy and must lead you to use your strengths as a competitive advantage. And to be competitive, you can choose to be a cost leader, meaning selling the cheapest product in the market. Or the differentiation, meaning your product is different from the competitor's product. Or the innovation, always bringing something new in the game. Or the operational effectiveness, doing the same thing but more efficiently. or to be a customer oriented, to treat your customer better and make them happy. As a small and new business, my advice is to choose to play on the differentiation, but to be as cheapest as possible and treat your customers the best way possible. Anyway, you have to choose a mixture that will help you to get into the market and have some important market share as fast as possible. But not also that, companies must select a strategy and stay with it, because by the time it will be very difficult to change it. And also, a confused strategy cannot succeed, okay? Now we're done with the situational analysis, let's talk about your marketing objectives. The second big part of the marketing planning is to set your marketing objectives, okay? As a small and new business, your marketing objectives should be to build your brand awareness or business awareness. Meaning, you have to tell the world, you have to tell the people that you exist, okay? Tell what you do, and most importantly, talk about the value you bring into their life for them to trust you. Secondly, you need to get new customers, okay? Because you are here to make money, right? And not just tell people that you exist. But the problem is that by just saying building the brand awareness or getting new customers, we are not specific. It's too vague. And the truth is that it doesn't really mean anything. Your marketing goals should be smart. I mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. You can set up your SMART goals as follows. But the first thing you need to remember is that your revenue mainly depends on the volume of the targeted traffic you drive to your website, as well as how exactly are you going to market the merchant's product on your website. You must also consider the following metrics, which will tell you how well your website may do with affiliate marketing. First of all, the click-through rates, which depends on how targeted your traffic is and the type of linking you'll be using, like banners, text links, product links, reviews, etc. Secondly, the conversion rate, or the percentage of affiliate traffic referred to the merchant's website that actually purchased the product or service you are promoting. Thirdly, the average order value, or the sum total of all affiliate-generated orders referred over a given period of time, and then divided by the number of orders. Fourthly, the payout. It could be in percentage of the order value or a flat amount per sale or per lead. Fifthly, the reversal rate, or the percentage of affiliate-referred transactions that get reversed by the merchant. Then you also want to use the EPC, or earning per click. For this case, we're going to tie this metric to 100 clicks, okay? Okay, now let's try to forecast your earnings. Let's say you have 120,000 page views per month, which is 4,000 page views a day, and 20% as commission on all sales. This 120,000 page views per month multiplied by 1% click-through rates would result in 1,200 visitors a month. These 1,200 clicks or visitors multiplied by 10% conversion rate will result in 120 sales a month, okay? And let's say each sales average value is $100. The earnings will be 120 sales multiplied by $100 and then multiplied by 20% commission, and assuming a 10% reversal rate, all this will result in $2,400 as monthly earnings, almost $30,000 a year, okay? And for the EPC earnings for click, let's take $2,400 and divide it by 1,200, the number of visitors. We will get $2 per click, okay? Or $200 per 100 clicks. This forecasting method is really simple, okay? Another way to forecast your earnings is to use the email listing as a promotional tool, or the email marketing. It's a very powerful tool when it comes to promote your product online, okay? And there are many techniques to get customer emails. One of them calls solo ads. We're gonna cover this when we'll be talking about how to drive traffic on your website, okay? So don't worry. So let's say you have a list of 6,000 emails. And let's assume that for this case, you have a flat amount of $100 as commission on all sales. 6,000 multiplied by 70% email open rates will result in 4,200 subscribers who actually open the emails. But in general, only 5 to 10% of people who open the emails are likely to make a purchase, okay? So in this case, let's take 7% conversion rate. So 4,200 multiplied by 7%, we have 294 sales a month, and multiplied by $100 commission, you have $29,400 as earnings. The same thing like previously, if we remove the 10% reversal rate, it will result in $2,940 as monthly revenue, okay? So more than $35,000 a year. And believe me, this is good money for a new business, okay? But let me remind you and give you a great advice here. Don't set the wrong expectations, okay? You need to consider the specificities of the market in which you choose to operate, okay? Your niche. And also the amount of money and time you are ready to put into your business, okay? So let's recap and say that your marketing objectives are to build the brand awareness and to get new customers by getting 120,000 page views or visitors per month on your website with a highly targeted traffic, okay? Getting a click-through rate of 1% or more, getting 500 page likes on Facebook or 500 followers on Twitter per month, getting 6,000 subscribers emails per month, promoting products or services with an average order value of $100 or more, and finally, promoting products or services with a commission around 20% or a flat amount of $100 on all sales, okay? Now you can say that your marketing goals are smart. I mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, okay? But for the sake of time, let's not make this video too long, okay? See you in the next video to talk about the marketing basic strategies. Okay, let's move on.